I mean, everyone's trying to get into email and short form copy. What they don't understand is that everybody is trying to get into email copy. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody is trying to get an email copy. So everyone's using the same approach, basically cold outreach and saying, I'll write emails for you. Sean's going to teach us another form of short form copy called the advertorial, which is actually going to bolster your short form game so that you can actually add another service to your short form proposal, and it'll make you stand out because so few people even I bet if I could survey 100 people who are trying to be successful email copywriters, they wouldn't even know what an advertorial is. I would bet only like 3 or 4 people out of 100 would know. But publishers know what it is because they need them. And so while you're like, oh, I'll write emails, $3,000 for 2 emails. Have you thought that, everybody else is already making that same value prop? But if you can speak to the thing of like, I can help you get more external ad traffic to your offers via advertorials, which Sean will teach you how to do, you can stand out. And as a standout, you can charge more. Universal principle of all human nature, baby. Attention, standing out. It's key. It's the win.
Yeah, unless you're in China. Yeah, advertorial it's fun. It is one of the more fun and interesting types of copy to write because there are really like two different kinds that you can write. And so what I will say is that if you are capable of writing a blog post and if you are capable of writing an email, you can capitalize on either one of those strands and make a ton of money. Because one of the problems that every publisher, every company is having is getting attention. And all of these companies, from Yahoo Finance to Bing, have a monopoly on people's attention and where it gets directed. And one of the things that advertorials do is allow people to sort of leverage a little bit more information and a little bit of the algorithm to basically game the system and get a little bit more attention in these campaigns and also help things stay compliant. And so it's an important skill to learn. And it's actually relatively easy to learn if you already know how to write emails. So
It really is just kind of like an extended email with a little bit more teasing. And why it's
that's half my presentation.
oh fuck, sorry.
No, it's okay. But yeah, it's like an extended email with a.
Sorry, what I miss? I was off being Sigma.
Oh, fair enough. So you were like etching in the bathroom, like for punishment.
Don't say that. No. Okay, well, I'm sorry. You're talking
so
about.
you brought yourself to completion, is what you're trying to say. No, what were you saying about
this teachings of the advertorial? So
it's been 3 hours. Let me go on these little tangents.
I was gonna say that what makes them so valuable is because what advertorials like, yes, they're like an extended email with excess teasing. But one of the things that advertorials allow publishers to do is bridge the gap between, like, everybody knows how finicky Facebook ads are. There are plenty of people who have talked about, I had my ad account banned and I didn't even make an ad. Like, there's always shit like that. Like, the algorithm's so weird and just random that it's like banning people left and right. So publishers have to be very careful, and they have to basically sort of be very watered down with their ads on the actual platform. Advertorials allow the publisher to bridge the gap by kind of injecting more juice and intrigue once they get from the ad to that advertorial page. And then there's a secondary click. It's the copy that couldn't go on Facebook, basically. It's like too much. Facebook would ban you.
Yeah. And we'll talk about compliance a little bit on Friday. I'm more interested in talking about how, like, it is interesting to think that, like, brand agencies and things like that, they're still running a very old school kind of advertorial. Like, they're going to, like, Boing Boing or what is another blog, the Huffington Post or some shit like that. And they're paying to have basically like blog posts posted up there, marked as an ad. And then legitimately, it's just a piece of content with a link at the end. Now, here's the fun trick that can happen. Well, one, you get that organic reach of like people now see this ad, then they see your offer. Cool. But also, Google and Bing and like Taboola and Outbrain and all these platforms, they are really, really, really tolerant of you driving traffic to content instead of a sales page. They love it. Num num num, they eat that shit up. And so being good at writing advertorial is a really good way to game the system that currently exists to try to divert attention away from the things that actually drive sales for your business. So,
Yeah, it's huge, and I think again, I really believe that nobody knows what it is, and that's why they need to learn it. I think the reason they don't know what it is because the easiest, lowest hanging fruit to sell to newbies is write this 100-word email and become a millionaire and live on a beach and all that crap. And so, what the promise and strategy that every newbie is handed right now is email marketing. It's the quickest way in, and it's the easiest dream to sell newbies. So, as two dudes who have worked in the highest levels of publishing, Sean and I, we understand that publishers actually need more than just your crappy emails. They need someone who actually understands what an advertorial is and can help them like execute short form copy more holistically than just like and honestly, like think about it. Like the value prop, I can write you like people want to charge like thousands of dollar retainer. Like you're basically talking about a full copywriter's salary sometimes to write these 100-word emails. Like do you the I might as well hire like a publisher might as well hire a full-time copywriter for some of these freelance gigs that people are trying to get. And so if you could actually just bolster your offering by actually knowing the business a little bit better, you'd look a lot more professional and you get a lot more gigs.
yeah. It's I suspect because, I'm sure you've encountered this too, and I've encountered this. The whole like, selling emails is like the one thing that you need, and like this, you got a cold pitch and then sell them on emails and writing emails. Like that's go back 20 years and or like 40 years and like there was Tom Vu, buy my seminar, and the seminar was like, I will teach you to be rich by running seminars. Like there's always the one thing that some dude is getting a lot of attention for and then selling as like the one thing that you need. That's always ever changing. Today, it's emails and cold outreach. Uh, I think you're doing people a service by teaching them advertorial. But one of the things that I'm going to say on Friday, and one of the best pieces of advice I can give to the 3 people that managed to make it this far in this podcast, like past all the human nature and like dating and like everything is a gradation sort of thing. Um, like those people, especially the people that are looking to break into copywriting, they all, I would say 95% of them all make the same mistake. I've seen this from like talking to newbies and selling to them, which is that they don't read copy. They browse the internet with ad block on and they don't click shit. They don't look for things that are jumping out at them, and they don't look beyond the click at where they go. And so they have no understanding of how this business even works. They understand emails. I write email, business send email. That's intuitive. But how businesses actually get and monetize attention, the people younger than 25 have no fucking idea because they don't actually allow themselves to be sucked in by any of these funnels, let's be real. And so they don't understand that like you can go from PPC to advertorial, from advertorial to like sales, VSL, and then there's like a pop-up that will take you to an HTML page. They don't understand the mechanisms of how all that work or why. And because of that, because it's so new, they're going to be quick to dismiss it. And by dismissing it, they're going to be quick to lose a lot of money.